Hi again. In today's video, I'll show you the full process of making a vitamin C face serum. Before we begin, just a quick reminder, the complete formula for the serum, along with a calculator to adjust the recipe to any batch size, is written in the post on the website. I've left the link in the description below. In the written post, you'll also find much more detailed information about each ingredient used in this formula, some alternative options in case you can't find certain ingredients. And before we get started, I'd also like to thank everyone who supports me through the Buy Me a Coffee platform. Your support is truly appreciated. Thank you. Now let's make this vitamin C serum. I start with xanthan gum clear, which is the more transparent version of xanthan gum. I combine the gum with propanediol to create a slurry. I'm not using glycerin here because I prefer a less sticky skin feel. Propanediol is an excellent humectant that feels softer and lighter on the skin compared to glycerin. It's much easier to disperse the gum when it's first mixed with a humectant before adding the rest of the ingredients. Once everything is well combined, I set the beaker aside. In a different beaker, I add the distilled water or a hydrosol. Here, I am using a rose hydrosol to add a slight hint of rose scent to my serum. You can use a different hydrosol or distilled water. To the hydrosol, I add disodium EDTA. Disodium EDTA is a chelating agent. It binds metal ions naturally present in water and raw ingredients. In a face serum, it helps improve product stability by preventing these metals from degrading active ingredients like vitamin C. It also boosts the effectiveness of the preservative system, helping the product stay fresh for longer. In the post, you can find more information about it and what to replace it with. Now that I've fully dissolved the disodium EDTA, it's time to combine the hydrosol with the slurry. I separated the beakers so that the disodium EDTA would dissolve more easily in the hydrosol. Notice that in this serum there is a lot of stirring. After each ingredient, I stir until everything is combined. It is important to stir until you see that the added ingredients are fully dissolved and evenly combined. Next, I add sorbitol 70%. Sorbitol is a moisture-attracting humectant that helps draw water into the skin, keeping it hydrated and comfortable. It also helps smooth the skin surface and contributes to a soft, non-sticky skin feel. Here I'm using the liquid version of sorbitol, but you can also find sorbitol in a powdered form. The next ingredient is betaine. Betaine is a naturally derived humectant that helps maintain skin hydration while supporting the skin's natural barrier. It also helps reduce irritation and improves overall skin comfort, making the serum feel gentle and soothing. Again, I stir until everything is fully dissolved. This can take about 1 to 2 minutes of stirring. Make sure that your mixture is homogeneous before you continue adding the next ingredients. Some ingredients can take longer to dissolve, so you can stir and let the mixture rest for a few minutes in between stirring. Next is the main ingredient in this serum, vitamin C. I'm using ascorbyl glucoside, which is a stable vitamin C derivative and much gentler than pure ascorbic acid. It helps brighten the skin, improve overall skin tone, and support collagen production over time. Ascorbyl glucoside is also suitable for sensitive skin. You can find more information on how to use the serum and when to apply it in the written post. After stirring to dissolve the ascorbyl glucoside powder, I can add the preservative. The last step, after all the ingredients are incorporated, is checking and adjusting the pH. You can find all the information about that on the website. Since we use xanthan gum to thicken the serum so it won't be completely fluid, the final consistency will form after about 6 to 8 hours, once the gum is fully dispersed in the mixture. Cover the serum and let it rest for a few hours before storing it in a bottle. Although ascorbyl glucoside is much more stable than pure ascorbic acid, all forms of vitamin C can still degrade when exposed to light, air, heat, or contamination. To protect the serum from light, use opaque or amber bottles, as this helps slow oxidation and extend shelf life. Minimizing air exposure is also important, so keep the bottle tightly closed and consider airless packaging whenever possible. And store the serum at a cool, stable room temperature, and away from direct heat or sunlight. When you're using a vitamin C serum, pair it with a moisturizer that focuses on hydration and barrier support so your skin stays comfortable and balanced. You can pair this serum with the ceramide face cream from my last video, which is a great combination with a vitamin C serum and helps support the skin barrier. Remember, you can find more information about this serum and the full formula on the website. If you try this formula, let me know how it works for your skin.